Hello and welcome to Ticket to Life. I am Henrie and I'm so glad that you are here. Pull up a chair or pour yourself a beverage. And if you're driving, just keep your eyes on the road. I hope that you are doing well on your Lent journey. Last week, the podcast was on Ash Wednesday, and I talked about Lent and what it means to me and to many others. So I hope you enjoyed that podcast for those of you who listened. And if you missed out on it, guess what? You can go back and listen to it. Anyway, today I am going to be talking about something that most people don't want to talk about or acknowledge. And some people don't even know that they are suffering from this, and that is depression. So it's a pretty, in my opinion, heavy topic. And why? Because it's a mental illness. It's a mood disorder, and it can go beyond being just sad or blue or feeling down and out. It's negative thoughts. And yes, hold on. If you're feeling any of this I just described, please go make an appointment and see your doctor. I best mention my disclaimer. I am not a doctor. I am not a therapist, a psychiatrist, or a love guru. I am Henrie, and Ticket to Life. These are just my opinions and my thoughts. Now, back to what I was saying. I have a story, and here it goes. I know I haven't had a story in a while. I have a friend of a friend, and her aunt told her about her daughter, and she had signs of being depressed. Now, she is always a happy-go-lucky kind of gal. Now, I know I'm showing my age by always using the word gal, but that's who I am. Anyway, let's name this daughter Hilda. I do not use real names unless people want me to use them. And I change the names to protect the innocent. So anyway, Hilda, because it just wasn't feeling well. She's in her 50s, late 50s, and she's just not feeling right. And she's achy sometimes. Her eyes hurt, not sleeping well at night, and so tired. So she said she just wanted to sleep all the time, but she works. There were too many things to do, and she couldn't just take a nap in the middle of the day. But just to let you know that power naps are good. 15-minute little naps are good for the body and the soul. But anyway, Hilda's adult daughter asked her, "Are you okay?" She saw that something was wrong with her mom, and she said, "You seem like you're out of it, like something's going on." And Hilda said, I haven't been feeling the same. I feel weird lately. I can't even explain it. So knowing that Hilda knew her own body, she made an appointment, and luckily her doctor was able to see her the following week. When she explained how everything was going in her life to the doctor, she had a good job, she was stable, had a very happy marriage, and she had friends, and her kids were great, but most importantly that she believed in God, and things were just hunky-dory in her life, and she just started crying and said, "Oh, and by the way, I cry for no reason all the time." Ding, ding, ding. I don't think the doctor said that, but the doctor did recommend, let's do some blood work. And she said, "I think you might be suffering from mild depression." And Hilda was like, "No, I don't think so." So Hilda said, "I think it's menopause." And the doctor said, "Well, it could be that, but let's go and do blood work anyway. And I think we should start you on a very low dosage of antidepressants." And Hilda was, "I don't really want to take anything." And the doctor said, "Well, it could get worse. If it is depression, the symptoms could get worse." So Hilda said, "Okay, I'll try anything. If it's going to get me out of this funk, I will try it." So they did blood work, and the blood work came back great. There was nothing going on with any of her organs or her thyroid. I mean, she was doing great. So we wonder how anyone can be depressed when all is right in their world, right? Or is everything right in their world? As I've said before, no one has a perfect life. There's no such thing. It does, well, let's put it this way. We have no idea who is going through something in their lives. I mean, if you are listening right now and you're going through something, I don't know what it is. your friends may not know what it is. Your spouse may not. Your kids might know. But they may see a change in the way you're acting or any type of behavior. And I'm going to share my findings about depression because I just found this so intriguing because I had no idea. So depression is a brain thing, yes. And as you know, our brain is what helps us function. It's our body's center to process and regulate everything we do. Senses regulating our heartbeat, our lungs to breathe, emotions, memory, and the course of our motor skills. We have what is called the neurotransmitter. Yes, just like a transmitter. And it releases chemical messages released by neurons, aka nerve cells, and to transmit to the brain, the brain just sends out these signals. It impacts our moods, our memory, our movement, our cognition. And this helps with our discernment, awareness, incitement, reaction. And so this is really freaking interesting to me because I hope it is to you. It's just amazing. But God created us, and that is simply amazing. So back to the depression, our brain sometimes stops producing certain chemicals. And it's not that it stops producing, it may not produce as much. And that is serotonin, dopamine, norepinephrine. I believe that's the correct pronunciation. But the serotonin for our moods and sleep and appetite and our emotion state, and dopamine, it's our reward chemical. Like, you did it. Yeah. Or the pleasure. And we all know we need pleasure working for us. And the other is norepinephrine. And this is the stress response, alertness. Again, it was something for like being alert. Most need arousal or be vigilant. I guess the fight or flight emotion that we have for it's this whole thing is just so interesting because I've never had to look anything like this up before. So I found it very intriguing to find all this information out. And I'm hoping it's probably not just a lot of words that I'm spewing out. So if it's wrong, if you're a doctor and you're listening, please send me an email and tell me that, oh, lady, you don't know what you're talking about. But look it up. This is just so interesting. It's all in the brain. I mean, our brain is so important. That's why it's important to wear helmets when you're on a bike or on a scooter. But I think the brain does have its own mind of its own, doesn't it? I think it does. Definitely. Sometimes it can, from lack of certain vitamins or diet or lifestyle, genetics. This can be caused of depression. And there are actually quite a few reasons for this. And I'm not just telling or asking you. If you feel like this and aren't sure what is going on, please go see a doctor. You deserve to feel like your old self and help you feel better. Now, I'm not saying everyone needs to get on antidepressants because they're in a bad mood, because no, that's not going to help you. But honestly, if you have any of these, ailments, maybe call your doctor and see if they can help you and figure out what's going on. I know people hate going to the doctors. They just do. But you do deserve to feel better. And if you have a good job and a good marriage and great kids and friends, and most importantly, you have God in your life, you can still get depressed. Depression can be a very serious thing. And if you don't want anyone to know about it, other than your doctor, then guess what? You don't have to tell a soul. It's no one's business. Hilda, on the other hand, wanted me to share her story because she hated how she was feeling and knew her body well enough to know that something was definitely off, and hoping that this story can help someone else feeling a little off. She's doing good now. And she said, it took a bit for the meds to kick in because they were very low dosage. And she was really looking forward to feeling like her old self again. So hopefully she's getting back to where she was completely. But so happy her doctor was there for her and understood what she was going through. Yay for the doctor. So I was curious to see which states were the highest in adult depression. And I was real surprised by the states that were high in depression, and they are West Virginia. Well, there was like a list of them, but the top, five? I've got top five were West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Vermont. For some reason, I just figured Texas would be on there, and it wasn't. I mean, it's on the list, but it was further way down. So it's good to live in Texas, I guess. But anyway, these are states I would have never even dreamed of that would have high depression rates, but they do. But would I hope that if you are feeling any sad way or anything, call the doctor. You don't have a doctor, just seek some help. There's free help. I don't know. I just know that you can go to certain hospitals, certain clinics, and they can send you to get some help. But also on my descriptions, I do have important numbers. They're always on there. Unfortunately, depression can lead to suicide, and I don't like to talk about that because it is a sad thing, because if everyone knew how important they were in this world and that they can make a difference to even just one person, they would get help if they're not feeling right. But anyway, I have the suicide prevention number, which is so easy to remember. If you know of someone that needs help, or if you yourself need someone to talk to, please feel free to call 988. That's it. 988. They're there 24/7. And if you know of anyone, I'm just going to give you all my numbers. Child abuse hotline, 24/7. Someone's there. 1-800-422-4453. Call or text, or they've even got a website you can go to, and it's CHILDWELFARE.GOV, G-O-V. And then there's the domestic violence hotline, and that is 1-800-799-7233. Or you can text 88788. And like I said, all these are someone's there, someone professional, someone who knows how to help you, will help you walk through something that you may be going through, or get you some help. And all these are 24/7. You can call at any time. I know that there's probably someone right next to you, someone you work with, someone in your family that you know may be going through something, but I don't know. We don't know what's going on in people's lives. Like Hilda, she had no clue, but unfortunately our brain can play tricks on us as we get older. But there is help. Now, again, I'm not saying I want everyone to go to the doctor and get on antidepressants, because if you don't need medicine, why would you take it? Unless the doctor prescribed it, right? So anyway, I hope this helped in a way for someone who's not sure what's going on with the way they're feeling. She said she was just achy. She felt like she had like she was about to get sick with flu, and her eyes would hurt, and she said it would come and go. And then she was having bad dreams. So I'm glad for Hilda, and yay, Hilda, that you knew what to do on that day is to pick up the phone and call the doctor. And if you don't have a doctor, like I said, you can reach some clinic somewhere. You might even be able to call one of these numbers, and they may be able to direct you to someone in your area. I'm not sure, but I'm just saying there is help. If you have access to a computer, get on the internet, find someone to help you, because it's a sad thing. No one deserves to be sad. If they can help you, eventually you might be able to get off the meds. I have friends that are on them, and they've been on them for a long time. And some have gotten off of them. So anyway, this is Henrie, Ticket to Life, and I hope that I did not upset anyone or offend anyone. I just want to let you know that I care, and there are so many people out there that care for you. And you need to know that you are worthy of being loved. You are worthy of being cared for. You are worthy of being happy. If you don't have God in your life, haven't been to church in a while, you know what? Just go in, because He is always waiting for you. If you need someone to talk to God. He's there to listen to you. You may get your answers. You may not get the answer you want. You may not get it right away, but He will answer your prayer. So please, I will be praying for you. And I will be praying, if any of you are suffering from depression, that this helps you, that you can find help somewhere with a good medical doctor, someone who cares. So this is Henrie. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next week. And until then, please go find your blessings.